All right, and we are live. So this is Sunday, July 27th, Mobile Makerspace Business Meeting. On the agenda tonight, we're going to be discussing the bylaws update for election and voting rights, the treasurer update, which Brian will be giving, room update, which I guess Josh will be doing quite a bit of since he's there and also has been doing quite a bit of the work down there. And then we need to discuss the August Artwalk and September Artwalk. And I guess before we get started with that, Dana had sent out an email a little bit earlier from Will Fawcett from the Rumor Union. It says, "Hi guys, the power's been has been having problems since you brought in your electrician. It has tripped 3 times today, and that was today, and was out for over an hour, then came back. Thomas from the Bike Project is familiar with building electric and has concerns about what you're doing and has suggestions about where the power should be pulled from, and I want you to meet him and discuss to get resolved ASAP. Also, are you using a certified electrician?" Those that have been involved with that process over the weekend, as far as everything that's been done so far, can anybody give any insight as to maybe what might be happening? Are we in fact using a certified electrician? Is anybody else aware of what's going on? Okay. Who's been, as far as what's been done so far? Who's been down there? Let's see. Who was the electrician we brought in?
We didn't bring in an electrician. I was the one who was down there working. So, I'm I'm a degreed electrical engineer in the state of Alabama. So, we took all precautions that the NEC says that you're supposed to take when pulling wire and that sort of thing. So, I'm not really sure what they're talking about. I know that not long after we pulled wire, they said that they had an issue with a breaker tripping, but it wasn't anything of significance. But that's really all I know up to this point, up till this email that was sent out.
Okay. Well, Steve, could you get with? I think you were on that email that Dana sent out.
I saw it.
Can you read through that information and then get with those guys to get whatever concern? We just want to make sure we don't let it languish so that they don't start getting perturbed with the work that we're doing.
I just spoke to them a minute ago, and they said that Thomas would be here on Tuesday if we wanted to talk to him some more.
On Tuesday?
Tuesday night?
Yeah, Tuesday evening.
Okay. Steve, can you be down there to speak with them, or can you call them at that point?
Yeah, I'll send Thomas an email and just get the conversation going, and we'll just take it from there, one step at a time.
Okay. All right. It may be just a coincidence, and in a lot of those cases, just like anybody that's worked on a computer, since you were the last person to touch it, you're responsible for it, even though it may not have anything to do with you. So, it's been incredibly hot this weekend. If they were running the AC, it could be, could have something to do with some of that. If the AC was left running and it was just pulling too much juice, who knows? But we should definitely make sure we don't have the conversation not be had. So.
Well, I was down there on last Sunday, and that's when Jennifer with the Delta Bike Project pointed out that what she said was a breaker tripping. Come to find out, it was a power strip tripping. So I let Steve know about that at the time.
Okay.
just so that they would see that we are kind of on it and not letting it languish.
Was it our power strip, or was it a power strip that they had in the building that somebody had just plugged too much stuff into?
It was a power strip on their end.
Okay.
In the corner by the roll-up doors where they plug in all the fans.
Okay. Yeah. See, I mean, unfortunately, that just due to coincidence, all the work we're doing, they may view that. So it may just be a matter of explaining to them and showing them that it just has nothing to do with what we're doing. I can't imagine. I mean, the only way you're going to trip breakers is if you're just pulling too much juice, and we don't have anything plugged in yet. Short of shorting something out. I would imagine.
Yeah, nothing's plugged in yet. Yeah, there's the only thing that's happened inside of that panel is maybe some of the wires have been moved a little bit since we, actually pulled the wire in. Maybe, just jiggling those wires. Maybe someone didn't terminate very well on the breaker or something. But we can go down there and figure it out.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, no worries. If you just make sure that you communicate that stuff to them so that they know what's going on and stuff. All right.
Yep, I'll keep interested parties in the loop on that.
Okay, sounds good. I was gonna try and share. I can't. For some reason, the Google Drive app in this Hangout is freaking out whenever I click on it, and maybe because I'm using the Mobile Makerspace account, which probably doesn't do much with Drive. There is a document in the Drive that I uploaded this afternoon that is a rough draft of the elections bylaws. If everybody could take a look at that real quick. It's under the business documentation.
Nice.
It'll be labeled elections article. And I'll go ahead and read through it because I don't know what article this is going to end up being. I left that just as question marks, but it starts with the first piece being elections, section 1, timeline. The Mobile Makerspace elections shall be held annually before the last day in August. The date will be set by the Board of Directors, making every effort to align the date with normal monthly business meetings, meaning one where we meet in person. The selected date must be announced at least 4 weeks prior to elections. Section 2, eligible positions. The following positions will be eligible for new representation each year at the time of annual elections: President, Vice President, Treasurer, and Secretary. Other officer positions will be determined by the document described in Article 4, Section 8, which is the article that basically says that beyond those positions, we have those defined in a separate document. So that would be any other officer positions. Candidate eligibility. Any member in good standing shall, as defined in Article 3, Section 3, is eligible to run in any available positions. Notification of intent must be given to the board of at least 48 hours before the election. This is to give ample time for one, to check eligibility, make sure you are a member in good standing, and also to make sure that we have enough time to get your name on the ballot. In the event that no member applies for a given position, the deadline may be extended for that position only. So that would we wouldn't have to postpone the election of all positions necessarily just because one position isn't being filled, and then we can deal with that as we come to that. 3, members are allowed to run and hold multiple offices, but cannot hold the office of President and Secretary as defined in Article 4, Section 1. And then finally, voting. Ballots shall be prepared by the secretary 1 day prior to the event or prior to the start of the election. Candidate names shall be grouped according to the position for which they are running and listed alphabetically. Advertising, it is imperative that the entire membership body be made aware of the election so that every eligible member has the opportunity to become a candidate and so that every member feels invested in the outcome of the election. Within 4 weeks of the election, the position and date of the election, or the positions and the date of the election must be advertised by email and all social media platforms. 3, tally of the votes. Votes should be tallied by the current secretary and confirmed by the board. A simple plurality of votes will determine the victor of each office. If the secretary receives any complaints within the first 24 hours after the election, the results will be held until the dispute can be resolved. The results of the election will be announced to the general public 24 hours after the candidates have received the results. Does anybody have any? I think everybody should sort of, before we vote on this, everybody should take some time to read through it and think about it. But can anybody think of any immediate shortcomings or something that we're missing in terms of the elections, how we want to do the elections in our bylaws? Okay. I think in our next meeting, if nobody has any. I'm sorry, Steve? Did you want to say something, Steve?
No, I wasn't saying anything. I think Josh is trying to say something, though.
What's up, Josh?
Yeah, your picture keeps popping up, though, Steve. I said that sounds good to me. I didn't really say anything of being significant.
Okay. All right. I think then we'll go ahead and look. One thing I want to discuss real quick before we figure out when we're going to vote on this. Sunday, these meetings at Sunday at 7:30 are a little problematic, I think, in terms of 7:30 on a Sunday, especially for people who have things going on and stuff like that, and also B, we tend to have, most of us have our free time during the weekends, and it will probably be good to do these meetings before the weekend occurs instead of after the weekend occurs. It should help us to coordinate work and to do some other stuff. I'm thinking that probably Thursday at 9:30. That way everybody, you can eat dinner, everybody can be with their families, and then starting at 9:30, from 9:30 to 10:30, we can take care of this business at that time. Does that work for everybody, or is that incompatible with anybody's schedule?
Sounds fine.
I don't have a comment about to put it exactly, but I do agree that it would be somewhere else other than Sunday.
Yeah. So Thursday.
All
right.
Better than
Whose dog is that? Please stop that.
That's mine.
I think the dog opposes that meeting time.
Okay. So if nobody's got any objections, what we'll go ahead and do, we'll have another meeting then Thursday, and we'll go ahead and vote on the election bylaws at that point. Is everybody good with that?
Yeah.
Can I get a verbal aye from everybody instead of Nathan's the only one that said aye?
Aye.
Oh,
Thursday sounds fine to me.
Aye.
Nathan Wolf says aye. All right, Thursday it is. We'll go ahead and move the meetings to Thursday at 9:30 for everybody. So hopefully that won't conflict with anybody's schedules. If they've got things going on Thursday, they should be done hopefully by that time.
I will not be able to meet the next 2 Thursdays. Probably, I'll see what I can do. Just want to let everybody know that I'm going to be going out of town Thursday for 10 days. I will have occasional email access, so if there's anything that I need to do before then, just let me know.
Okay. The only thing then, if you could email either myself or Rick or Josh or somebody the reports you would give as the treasurer, just so that we still have those reports.
Sure.
Okay, that should be good then. But that isn't going to be a long-term issue for you. That's just for now you're going to be out of town.
Yeah, just the next 10 days starting on Thursday.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, with that, why don't we go ahead and do the treasurer update, Brian, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay. The current checking balance is $311.20 as of Friday. I initiated a transfer of all the funds from PayPal, which totaled $230.34. That will bring up our bank account to $541.54. I've already written a check. I just need to get it to somebody at the room reunion for $350. That will leave our bank account balance at $291.54. Still have a outstanding deposit of $100 that for some reason hasn't seemed to clear yet. I'm going to try to get with a community bank and find out what's the deal with that.
Okay. Just a reminder to everybody, I guess we are coming up near the end of the month. I've still got to do it. We all need to pay our membership dues. In case you haven't done that, I haven't done that as well. But just a reminder for everybody not to forget for July. Okay, next thing on the agenda will be the room update, and I guess since Steve and Josh, whichever the two of you want to go ahead, and Josh gave a little bit of an update, but if Steve, if you want to give an overview of the electrical, kind of everything that went down earlier in the week, or I guess, is that was last weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah, nothing's happened this past week. I was out for 3 days on a business trip, so that's why nothing really happened. We do have a proposed layout for the room. I don't know if that ever got posted up, but I was talking with Nathan and Josh, since they're really the only ones who have expressed electrical interest at this point. But we can go ahead and put that up on Google Drive. So yeah, that's really the only thing that that I have an update on, is that we've got a layout for the room. Wires completely pulled from the main breaker to our disconnect. It just hasn't been wired in yet. So my plan was to get that done this week. So it sounds like that's going to happen regardless with whatever's happening with the hive. So that's about all I've got right now. One thing that I guess we might need to talk about is, well, I need to talk with Nathan and Josh outside of this, but there are some junction box and how we're going to pull wires into different places questions. But yeah, we're making headway. It definitely slow last week, but hopefully this week that'll change.
Is there a night? Is there stuff that, like somebody like me that doesn't really know what you guys have been doing, but if I want to help, is there a night this week that you guys are going to be doing stuff that I can help with, or that anybody else can help with? I guess
I'm not sure at this point. I mean, I need to talk with Nathan and Josh to find out if we want to put pegboard up first before we put like electrical boxes up on the far wall. We could definitely start getting electrical boxes mounted in the places that we want them at, but and that's just it just takes time. It's not particularly hard, so that's definitely something that we can use extra hands for. I mean, even pulling wires is not going to be, anybody can really do that once we've got a finalized design and we know kind of how we're going to move forward. But there are a couple questions that I need to get answered before we do that. So I'll try and talk to these guys either tonight or tomorrow or early this week and kind of finalize what we want to do so we can get this ball rolling and be done with electrical.
I just want to, if I or anybody, I know every so often we have people post. Hey, there's Rick.
Hey guys, let's go home.
Oh man. Every so often I see people sending out emails trying to figure out if somebody's going to be down there. So yeah, I mean, if you'll just let us know, because right now we're you and Nathan and Josh are sort of running the show as far as a lot of the stuff that's going on in the room, with the electrical and all that kind of stuff. So if there's at any point where somebody like me or anybody else that hasn't been involved in the electrical necessarily, but if you can turn me away on something that or turn me loose on something that would help you guys out that I don't necessarily have to know all about the electrical, I'd be more than happy to come down and help.
Yep, understood. I'll let you guys know.
Okay, sounds good. Rick, I'll kind of just do a quick recap. I did. We have the elections article up on the Google Drive on the business documents. The name of the document is elections article.
Okay.
And if you want to just read through that, we'll go ahead and if we want to do any proposed amendments or make any changes to that, we'll discuss that. One thing that we decided to do was go ahead and move this meeting to Thursday at 9:30. Is that gonna be okay for you?
It should be okay. It'll be late, yeah, but I should be back home by then. We are supposed to practice that night, so.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I kind of wanted to do it late enough where most people are kind of done with their stuff, but also do it close enough to the weekend that because that's when most people have their time off and are able to do stuff down there, that we get a chance to organize some work and discuss kind of what's going to be going on that week.
All right, I'm planning to be there, say, tomorrow night and Tuesday night.
You're going to be down there tomorrow night and Tuesday night?
I'm available to go down there.
Okay.
I'm planning on it, yes.
If you've got some stuff you're working on, I'm waiting to hear I'm waiting to see what Steve and Nathan and some of those guys have.
Yeah, do we know when Steve will be back down there to work on some power?
He was just given that he's gonna send something out to everybody and let us all know when he's gonna be back down there.
Okay, I don't know what else to do down there.
Well, what was I gonna say? I was planning to come down on Tuesday, and the electrician that was going to help us is actually in town this week, or at least he's coming into town tonight. So that's good, and yeah, Tuesday night.
Okay.
You guys
on Tuesday, are we going to know where we want to put some of those electrical boxes and all that kind of stuff?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well then, I will plan on being down there at Tuesday. Anybody else, I guess, that wants to help put up all those electrical boxes and stuff, we'll try and be down there Tuesday.
So Tuesday.
Yeah, I would say look for a confirmation from someone to say yes, the work's a go, just to make sure we've got everything we need, so you guys aren't standing around twiddling your thumbs.
Okay.
So we should send an email out sooner than later, but
who's going to be
on the lookout for one.
Okay, so are you
I'll be responsible for that.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Hey, Josh, is your electrician friend going to actually wire the boxes in for us?
Does he need to, or is Steve qualified to do that?
Well, with what was sent out in the email today from Will, I would feel better if he could do it for us. Just
You're talking about the you're talking about the breaker box.
correct. Wire the existing panel, electrical panel into that safety disconnect.
Right. Right. I will ask him if he can help us with that. Yes.
Okay.
It should be simple since we got everything installed, but I'd like to see him make sure that whatever's causing their power issues is resolved, because we really haven't done anything that would cause their power issues.
No, we have not.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
you guys.
that was what I.
Let's take this discussion outside of here.
Sure.
But yeah, I think yeah, we haven't done anything. We need to talk to him, get more details, and just take it from there.
Sure. All right. Internet update. So here I contacted Comcast, and basically they said that they do not offer discounts for nonprofits anymore. However, he did mention that we might be able to do something in terms of negotiating a setup fee, and so that'll be sort of, I'm going to basically put it to him that basically, if they'll waive the setup fee, that would be the only way that we could do it. The speeds that we have available, we can do 16 down, 3 up for $79 a month. Unless we have our own cable modem, then we can do it for $69 a month. So, and if we're talking about any kind of long-term connection, if anybody has a cable modem laying around anywhere, that would save us about $120 over the course of a year.
I've got a cable modem.
Okay, excellent. There we go. Or we can bump it up to, I think it was 50 meg down, and I think 15 up. And that was about 109, and it would be 99 with our own modem. So that was sort of kind of the 16. I'm thinking probably the 16 down, 3 up should be enough, and is going to be probably more in our price range. The big thing, I guess, will be we should. I don't know what our next steps as far as what we want to do for saying yay or nay. I know that Nathan had mentioned that I guess the Hive is willing to take it off of our monthly rent, so it's a net, neutral for us in terms of costs. And would go ahead.
Do we have that in writing yet?
I don't know, Nathan. Do we have that in writing?
We have nothing in writing. We have no lease at all in writing. So, I mean, whatever we decide we need to do, we need to go to the Hive and present it to them.
Okay.
I mean, just because they said they take it off of our rent doesn't mean that we can go out and get a $300 plan.
Right.
They're obviously not going to do that for us.
Yeah. When are there meetings that we could go and make that proposal?
They usually do meetings on Sunday nights or Sundays at 5.
Okay. So I guess I'll plan on going down to the Hive on Sunday at 5 next week.
I would check the calendar to make sure they're actually having a meeting.
Okay. We can definitely do that. Does anybody else want to go down there with me, or is that it?
I probably won't be able to go.
Okay. I'll take that too. Who were you discussing that with at the Hive, Nathan?
That was going to be Will. He's going to be your initial point of contact on almost anything with them.
Okay.
Whoa, Nathan, stop that.
Sorry, I was trying to do it. This webcam isn't in an enclosure, so it's kind of...
People be hating.
Let me just get this on my Google Keep here, so I'll have that. Um, who was it? Will who?
Isn't it Will Fawcett, same guy who sent the email
Oh,
out?
okay. All right, Will Fawcett.
Yes.
All right. So I'll go ahead. I'll meet with them, and I may, since I have his email, I may just send him an email and see what the deal is as far as all that kind of stuff goes. All right. I guess we should talk about the August Art Walk. It is coming up in not this Friday, but next Friday. We have a bike theme is the theme for the Art Walk. I am working currently putting all the soldering together the POV kit. And then I don't know what else. I guess Nathan and Dana were talking about printing up some accessories or trying to sell some accessories. Does anybody else have an idea as far as what they want to do for this upcoming bike walk or art walk?
I talked to William Hell, and he's going to bring his bike with the POV already on it, and he's going to bring the pony bike.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll have the POV that I'm building. We'll be able to just basically sort of hand around to people to show them kind of what they look like and stuff.
You need a bike to put it on?
I figured it would be kind of cool just to let people put their hands on it instead of it actually having it. You know, if we've got one that's attached to a bike to kind of show what it does, it might be interesting to then have another one that people can sort of put in their hands and see, what it looks like just sitting still. Does anybody else have any projects and stuff that they plan on bringing to Art Walk this next Friday?
No, not bike related anything.
No, I don't have anything new.
Are we gonna do? Are we gonna have the 3D printers going again, or?
I think we should. We made the vases that one time worked out pretty well.
Yeah, it might be kind of cool. I don't know if anybody's been on Thingiverse to see if there's any like bottle holder clips or something that we could either have printed out or at least be printing out that will be like bike accessories. I don't know, even like replacement parts to show people that you could print new plastic pieces that you could run your wires for your brakes and that kind of stuff, or I don't know, anything bike related might be kind of interesting to have.
Yeah, it would be.
It's I'm probably not going to have it for this time, but I'm going to have to 3D print a bunch of plastic clips for the car that I'm working on because the trim is held on by plastic clips that I don't think they make anymore.
They
So I'm
can
gonna,
make them. They're just hard to find.
yeah. So it won't be for this art walk, but eventually we'll be able to do that to show like recreating, non-manufactured parts anymore. Something like that.
Nathan or Dana, do you guys plan on bringing? I guess Nathan doesn't have a 3D printer. It's William, isn't it?
Yeah, I've just been mooching off of Dana's.
Oh yeah. Dana, do you plan on bringing yours?
Yeah, I can. That's fine.
Okay. All right. I am still trying to find out. I messaged the owner of Lunatics and Company. That's the only person I know that might be able to put us in touch with somebody that has a list of all the themes for Art Walk, and I haven't heard anything back yet. I'm trying to figure out what the theme is for September. I don't know if anybody's heard what the theme for September is.
I haven't.
Okay, I know we had talked about doing audio projects. My speaker box stuff should be ready to go. I know William, weren't you working on something for that was audio related? Or
I don't think we have a William on.
oh yeah, never mind. Nathan.
I was thinking about the multiple floppy drive thing, but I haven't even had time to touch the idea yet. So.
Okay. Does anybody else have any audio projects that are either working on or already have completed that they could bring in?
Yeah, I have a.
For this art walk?
No, this will be September.
Yeah, I'm working on a KX Studio one that's got a MIDI keyboard and some special effects, some audio effects, real-time stuff with a nice microphone. So we'll be able to do some live stuff with it. It's been working for some
Cool.
time, but I just tweak it every once in a while.
All right.
What was his name? Brett Quigley. He had
Yeah.
the lava lamp.
Yeah, the lava lamp was great.
Yeah, we should have him bring that back in.
I'll probably bring something up in Pure Data.
Nice.
What that is, I don't know, but
All right. Well, we got it. We do have a while to think about that one. We got about six weeks till the next art walk for September. So I think we pretty much have it nailed down then for this upcoming art walk. We're going to do some POV kits, have the 3D printers running, maybe print out some 3D printed bike parts, some plastic pieces and stuff like that. Does anybody else have any business that they wanted to bring up at this point?
I don't.
Okay.
I do.
Oh, go ahead, Josh.
Hang on a second. I'm driving. I'm gonna pull up. I think that we should attempt to build a door.
For the
Instead
space?
Yes. Because otherwise we're going to be waiting about a month or something like that for funds. Before we can reframe, before we can drywall, before we can put the door in, it'll be...
But I mean, I don't know that we have the materials or the equipment to really make a door. I mean, I think it's going to cost us about that much to get all the materials and all that stuff versus just going out and purchasing a door. I mean, we can do some sort of special. I mean, everybody needs to sort of pitch in probably on the door. I mean, if everybody pitched in $20, we could get a door pretty quickly.
Hey, Josh, what's the holdup on the framing now?
There isn't any holdup right now. I mean, I haven't done it because I don't know how to do it. I'm afraid the whole wall will fall down. So, I mean,
Okay.
I haven't attempted.
I guess the question is what is the purpose of building a door as opposed to just going ahead and framing that space out? Because right now the door that we have does not secure anyway. So is it a difference in having a door that doesn't lock or doesn't really close properly and just having an opening into the space?
Well,
as far as framing the door, we just need to expand that out to whatever the standard size of a door is.
Correct.
Okay. That's a non-load bearing wall, so I mean it shouldn't be. I mean we shouldn't have any issues with the wall coming down. I wouldn't think.
No.
Okay. Let's.
We have somebody that will help. Sean, he's just been out of town recently.
yeah, that's right.
He was at our meeting at USA.
Okay. Oh, okay. He was the guy from Mississippi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if I think if we're going to be down there Tuesday, what all is involved with? I know. Are we just moving 2x4s, or are we going to have to actually buy new ones and cut them and do all that?
All we needed was a 2x6.
We're using a 2x6.
That's all he needed was a 2x6. The rest of it he can reuse.
Okay.
The 2x6 is the part across the top of the door.
Top of the door.
Does somebody have his contact information?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Could somebody who has his information contact him, see if maybe he wouldn't be available to at least come down Tuesday and take a look at it? If not, go ahead and
Well,
actually.
He's already looked at it. He was there Saturday
Okay.
running the cable, and he said that that's what he needed was that 2x6. I said I've got a 2x6. I just can't carry it down there.
Well, I can. How long is the 2x6?
It's probably 8 feet. It'll
Okay.
fit in somebody's truck.
Yeah, I can put it in the fit. I think if I put it all the way from the front seat to the back, should fit.
Maybe.
Well, I carried some 8-foot trim from Lowe's today, so if somebody could contact him and he's able to come down Tuesday, let's get that knocked out, and I can go up to Rick's house and grab the 2x6 and bring it down to the space as long as somebody's and I mean. If he's not absolutely necessary, if it's just, if we know what we need to do, I just have never done it before. I'm not sure.
I really don't know what to do on it, but he
Didn't we
does.
pull a 2x6 out? Don't we have some sitting in your garage, Patrick?
Well, that's absolutely true. We have a ton of wood from the, that we ripped out that is sitting in my garage.
Do you have an 8-foot long 2x6 that's in good shape?
If Rick has a dry one, I would go ahead and use what Rick has.
Okay.
Yeah, I think those 2x6s are kind of rotted in certain places. But mine's brand new, never been touched.
Okay. So regardless of whether he's able to do it or not, Rick, I'll come to your house Tuesday after work. What time do you normally get to the house?
About 5:30.
Okay. So I'm usually in Mobile right around 5:45, 6 o'clock. So.
Okay, so yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, I'll drop by the house and pick up the 2x6 and bring it down to the space, so we at least have it down there. So if is it guy's name is Shane? Sean. Even if he's not able to make it down there that night, we'll have it down there for whenever and all that. So.
I'm gonna plug in.
All right. Does anybody else have any other pressing issues or comments or anything like that? Are these weekly meetings sort of helping us get a little bit better organized? Does everyone feel, or are they a waste of time, or?
I think it's good to be talking to everybody a little bit more frequently. It's easier to make the hangouts than it is actual meetings.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's helpful. I think we'll get better at it. So, there's things that, we'll get better at, and it won't take us long, I think. It's just getting used to it. So.
And I already feel like there's a little more structure to what, from the last one to this one. It seems like it went a little more smoothly in terms of having everything we needed and having an agenda. So, all right. Well, if nobody else has anything else, I'll go ahead and stop the broadcast, and everybody can go ahead and have a nice Sunday evening before they have to go to work tomorrow.
Hey, Josh, are you available to talk after this? Josh Rhodes.
I'm here. Maybe a little bit.
Okay. All right. When can you talk?
I have until 8:30. So.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll talk till 8:30 then.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody taking time out of their weekend to do this, and again, we'll be doing this. I'll send out invitations, but we'll do this on Thursday at 9:30 this upcoming week. So, all right, guys. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.